Good morning, class.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Is everybody excited about going away next week, taking some time off? Yeah, I see Alex is excited. All right, so who are we missing today? I see a lot of people are out. What's going on?
Oh, so,
There's a flu bug going around.
yeah.
What?
Flu bug?
Blue. Okay, so who are we missing? Come on, give me some names.
Russell?
Not
Loretta.
We have Russell's out. Richard's out, right?
Right. Ricky?
Laura, yeah.
Laura's out. Wow, you're gonna miss a lot of good information.
Shanila's here though.
So you're trying to say that Put me on
That
the
perfect
bus.
attendance again.
That's okay,
All right, so what we're gonna do here is pass these out. While I'm passing these out, I know I did not tell you guys that we were gonna do our current events today, and we don't have a lot of time to watch our current event video, but does anybody have a current event or know about anything that's going on in the world? Pass it out. Pass it on. That you could share with the class real quick? Anybody? Anybody?
What? Current event?
Current event, anything that's going on in the world? Hey.
Are they still trying to find that plane in Malaysia?
I'm sorry.
Those people are like,
Attention.
went to the restroom
ISS.
without asking.
Yes,
Okay, well, we'll talk about it after class.
Yes.
Normally, I need you to ask before you go to the restroom. All right? Okay, I heard a current event. Who said,
The plane in Malaysia is missing?
what's going on with that?
I don't know, I heard it's still missing.
Okay, you're right, it is still missing, it is still missing. Hopefully it's found sometime soon, right?
No, not that
It's probably like Lost, that TV show.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Election's coming up.
Forget it.
Election? For who?
There's a lot of stuff on TV about
United States?
It was a shooting at a high school today.
Oh,
There
wow.
was a shooting, good.
No, it wasn't a shooting.
It was a stabbing.
A stabbing.
Oh, you're right, Michelle. And I'm like, yeah, there was a shooting.
Yeah.
There was a stabbing at a high school in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people got injured, a lot of people hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hope that everybody's okay. All right, you guys, we are short on time today because there's a pep rally going on later on today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Does everybody have a packet of information?
Yes.
We're missing one.
Are there any extras back here? No?
You can have mine.
Susan, you have your packet? Okay. Now, I passed out a packet of information that you're going to need for our lesson. We may not be able to get through.
Wait to tell me because he's such a gentleman.
Will you? Okay.
She
Okay.
dropped his pants.
Oh, okay. All right, well, he's a gentleman. We may not be able to get through everything Ladies. Ladies. Thank you. We may not be able to get through everything today because we are running short on time, but I want you guys to have the information so you can take it and we'll go over it. What we don't get done today, we'll do it tomorrow, okay? All right. Now, since I know you guys love PowerPoints,
Is YOLO that dancer, singer lady?
YOLO? I don't know a dancer singer lady named YOLO. Do you guys know a dancer singer named YOLO? Okay, me either. So, moving on.
Yoko! He's thinking of the Beatles, I bet.
Since you guys love PowerPoint,
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo.
class, settle down so we can get started. Since you love PowerPoints, I took the liberty of creating a PowerPoint for you. I strongly suggest that you write down notes on your information sheet as we go through the lesson because you'll need the information for our later activities, okay? Now please direct your attention to the board. On the board, there are several pictures of different people. What I want you to do is write down the names of these people who may be familiar to you. Don't say them out loud. Chanel, you have a question?
I don't forget his name with the bald head.
Okay, well just write down the ones that you know. The ones that you can remember, the ones that are familiar. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Can everybody see? Susan, are you having a problem?
No.
We need to turn down the lights?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. It'll be better for you. Is that better?
Yeah, it's way
Okay.
better.
All right. I'm gonna give you about 30 more seconds to get this done. Chanel, do you have them all?
No,
Michelle?
almost.
I hear a lot of chatter in the front.
That was.
That's answer.
I know who that is. That's the radio, I mean,
Okay.
We're having a little more time.
We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna move on from this now because again, we are running short on time.
Trust out.
Just keep writing if you remember any names, okay?
Sure.
So what do these people have in common? Don't say it out loud. Write it down on your paper. What do these people have in common?
They were all on the first slide.
What'd you say, Alex?
I said they were all on the first slide.
That is true. They were. They were. That is true. So we got a comedian in the house today.
just so witty.
Can I use the bathroom? Ma'am, Miss Allen, may I use the restroom? I don't feel good. Well, so you need to use the bathroom and you don't feel good. Well, how about this? How about this? Since we are running short on time, let's just try to get through this, and then I'll let you go when we get done, okay? All right. Okay. What do all these people have in common? Chanel, go ahead.
They're all entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs. All right. All right. Anybody else have another suggestion or another comment about that?
They're all famous.
William had his hand up.
They got money.
They have money. Okay.
They're rich.
They're rich. All right. All right. And then Michelle?
They're all famous.
They're all famous. Okay, good, good, good. You guys are all correct. What they all have in common is that they're entrepreneurs, right? Chanel said that. They're famous, and they have money. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. We're starting a new unit on entrepreneurship. And so we're going to talk about and discuss what an entrepreneur is and talk about entrepreneurship as we go through the lesson. So before we get to that part, we need to go over what our goals are for today. You'll be able to. Michelle, go ahead and read for me.
Define entrepreneurship and identify the unique characteristics of a successful entrepreneur by following along on the PowerPoint and completing the entrepreneur worksheet.
Thank you, ma'am. You will be able to communicate effectively through writing, speaking, and listening by working in collaborative groups to assess and discuss one business profile to mastery. And the last one, Chandra?
You'll be able to use technology to plan, develop, and present the basic concepts of an entrepreneur by researching a famous entrepreneur and writing a 3-page paper or creating a 5-slide electronic presentation that demonstrates knowledge of the entrepreneur's life and career.
That's right. You're all going to do a project on a famous entrepreneur.
Do we get to pick our entrepreneur?
You do. And I will explain the project guidelines when we get to that part of the lesson, but for now, we'll stay focused on this. So our essential questions for today are, what is an entrepreneur? What are the unique characteristics of an entrepreneur? And why is entrepreneurship important? That's what we're going to try to answer today in this lesson. So you guys all know how much of a stickler I am for your vocabulary words. These are all the terms that you're going to see in the lesson, okay? Now, I did go ahead and define most of them for you on your worksheet, so you don't have to do that. But when you get home tonight, please transfer these words into your business journal so you can have all your vocabulary words together. Now, what words on the worksheet are missing?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, okay. What else?
Goods and services.
Goods and services, okay. So an entrepreneur is basically a fancy way of saying a person that starts a business. Okay? What is an entrepreneur? Say it with me. A person that starts a business. Write that down. A person that starts a business. And then we have the other words that are on there. I'm not going to go over all of them because you guys can just take a look at them and see if you recognize them and see if you understand them. But the other ones are goods, right? Goods are missing?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So a good is the item that can be used or consumed. an item that can be used or consumed. Now, how many people have taken econ? Economics? You recognize these terms from your economic class?
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them? Okay. Now, the ones that haven't, these terms you will see again, so it's good to get them and understand them now, so when you get to that class, you'll be ahead of the curve. The last thing is a service, right?
Yes.
Something that someone does for you. Something that someone does for you. So you will see these terms as we go through the lesson today. So what is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person that has an idea for a business, for a service or product. A person that has an idea for a service or product. Most of these ideas are usually innovative. And what does innovative mean? It's on your worksheet. What is innovative or innovation?
Something original or new that breaks into the market.
Something original or new. So an entrepreneur has this idea for a innovative service or product. An example would be Facebook. I know you guys all love Facebook. I see you on it all the time. So think of like Mark Zuckerberg is the founder of Facebook.
What if we like Twitter better?
Twitter's cool too. I like Twitter. I personally prefer Twitter over Facebook, but hey, that's just me.
I'm like you that I like that too.
How about Michelle's lotion?
Is Michelle an entrepreneur? It's
What does that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, Alex.
That was deep, Alex.
So basically, Mark Zuckerberg transformed the way that we socialize, right? The way that we connect, the way that we communicate, the way that we keep in contact with people. That was an innovative idea, because before he did that, there was really no companies or no businesses out there that were doing that, right? That offered that service, right?
No, that's not true. Miss Allen.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Okay, well think about the key word that I said. He transformed the way that we do that, right? MySpace was there, but Facebook took it to a whole nother level.
Miss Allen,
Yes.
I saw the movie on Facebook and he stole that idea, so I mean, is he really?
Okay, we're not talking about that right now. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know what you're talking about. But just think about an innovative idea like that. Or they build on an existing idea. Something that's already out there, we're just going to enhance it and make it better. Apple. Who's the founder of Apple? Anybody know?
Steve Jobs.
Who said that? Steve Jobs, all right.
Man.
Using the streets. Pick one thing, Dad. Pick one thing. So Steve Jobs, founder of Apple. Mr. Jobs took the way that we use personal computers and transformed that. So now we have an iPad. Or think about the Walkman.
Yeah.
They transformed that into what?
iPod.
An iPod. So I don't have to walk around with a heavy-duty Walkman. I just have an iPod that I can listen to my music or my podcast on. Right? Yes, you do. Here you go.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I
All right.
couldn't get one for my answer.
Oh, just hold on. So, an entrepreneur risks their own money or resources to start their business. You listening? Okay, what did I just say?
An entrepreneur is,
Okay, listen. An entrepreneur risks their own money and resources to start the business. And that's basically because when you're just starting out, there's not a lot of money that you have in the company. The product doesn't really, hasn't really sold. So you're putting your own capital, your own money, your own resources into starting this business.
Can you get someone to invest with you though?
You can. And we'll talk about that in another lesson. But just starting out, people normally put their own capital into their own ideas. Okay. And then they bring together other resources, such as natural, human, and capital resources to produce the good or service. And these are some more econ words that you'll see when you take that class. What's an example of a natural resource?
Water.
Water. Thank you, Susan. Where's the bag?
Oh, I didn't have, oh, yeah.
Pass it back to Susan. What's an example of a human resource?
A human person.
Person. Okay, Loretta. Thank you. And then capital. capital resource?
She's not even hearing my.
Money.
A building,
Land.
a building.
Thank you, Chanel.
How am I paid?
Finally.
So can somebody give me an example that puts those three together? Hi, Laura. You have a pass? You're extremely late today. Where you at, nurse?
Yes,
So come and sit down. We're talking about entrepreneurship. Your package. All right, did I have an example of something that puts all these things together?
Department of Transportation.
Well, let me give you an example.
Business that sells water.
Exactly, Alex, yes.
I don't think William answered the question.
How did he get the bag? Who gave William the bag, Susan?
I didn't do
Who
it.
had it last? Okay. Well, the bag will stay up here
He
now.
asked me for it, I gave it to her.
Oh, okay. Oh, Loretta, she told him.
I didn't want him to.
That's what she's got a crush on him.
Let's focus. We got a lot to get through.
Not bad.
This is an example of a company bringing all three of those resources together. Alex, what were you gonna say?
I said a business that sells water.
Okay, tell me more. So what's the natural resource?
Water,
Okay, what's the human resource?
a salesperson or the owner.
Or the workers that put the bottle and everything together, right? And then what's the capital resource?
The building.
Thank you. Good job. So once the entrepreneur takes all the resources together, they turn it into a business, and hopefully the business will earn a profit. And that's where that money comes from that you were talking about, William. So let's look at some entrepreneurs in action. What I want you guys to do is get into groups, and then we'll look at some companies and some of their profiles, and we'll see how they put their resources together to become successful. All right, now that you guys have looked at the profiles, let's go over one. So we have one company right now called Idea Paint. There's 3 owners in this company. What are their ages?
Whoa, 25.
25 years old, right? How much revenue have they made?
2 million.
By doing what?
Were they
Painting.
Painting what?
Manufacture paint that turns any smooth surface into a dry erase board. Now, they don't come up with something.
Did everybody hear Chanel?
I've seen that.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Were they 25 in 2002 or are they 25 now?
25 now. The company was founded in 2002. That's what that says.
So it was 12, so they were
That's what that
13
means.
when they made this up?
Yeah. Because look at this next one.
13.
Age 13. Right?
Wait, so she was seven.
But what is she doing? She designs and sells thousands of snack caps to make them into colorful bottle caps, and that can be worn on charm necklaces and bracelets and everything else. So I'm showing you guys this to show you that you can be any age, you can be old, you can be young, doesn't matter what age you are, but as long as you have an innovative idea or an idea that you think will sell in the market, you can become an entrepreneur. Okay, so some key characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. People who are successful in business, they all have some of the same characteristics. Write these down on your paper in the spaces provided. We're not going to go over all of them today because we're running short on time. But whose phone is that? Shonda? Okay, you guys, I do need you to put your phones on silence or vibrate. I do not want to take the phone, but I will if I hear another one go off. Okay? Is everybody clear on that? I don't want to be responsible for anybody's phone.
I think the bell's gonna ring in like 3 minutes. What about that?
Thank you, Ms. Marty Pants. So as we continue on, does everybody have their characteristics?
Yep.
Okay. Now there are some risks and there are some rewards to becoming an entrepreneur. risk, you work long hours, uncertain income, fully responsible for the success or failure of the business. I think Ms. Uden talked about that in her class.
Yes.
Do I hear another one?
No, I was just making sure, Ryan, that's not mine.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
yours.
That's
So
yours.
That's plastic. That's just the bell, the bell for the teachers, telling the teachers when the bell rings. All right, and then we have some rewards, okay? So why study entrepreneurship? Why is this important? Because it helps the economy. It gives people jobs, and then once you hire workers and you start making money, then you pay taxes. It's just a domino effect. It introduces new products and services to the market, and it promotes self-sufficiency, meaning that entrepreneur can get out and do something on their own. They don't have to wait for someone to give it to them. Sparks competition in the market, it inspires others to be successful, and it gives you an opportunity to make a difference. All right, so back to our famous faces over here. I have 19 faces listed on this board. Did anybody get all 19?
You didn't get a chance. You never talked about that.
I got 17.
Okay, somebody got 17.
16, I'm sorry.
Now, I'm showing you guys this because, again, you will do a famous entrepreneur project. And so I wanted to show you examples of people who had an idea about for a product or service. Are you listening, Chanel?
Yes.
I've had to talk to you a lot today.
Not me.
You trying to cheat off me?
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on, we have a few more minutes left. We have a few more minutes left.
Miss,
So that, yes.
I feel super duper bad that I busted my buddy here, William. Can we guess names and then he can get a prize?
Ma'am, how do you know I have prizes to give?
I saw your back.
Okay. All right, let's continue. So again, these are people who had an idea. They started out with just an idea. They turned that idea into a product or service. They worked that business. They worked it hard and they became successful at it. And a lot of them are successful now and famous because of that. So who has 17 names?
I had 16, I'm sorry.
16 names? All right, come on, real quick, give them to me.
Oprah, Mark Zuckerberg, Abel Longoria, Magic Johnson, Richard Branson, Tyra Banks, Steve Jobs, Martha Stewart, Bill Gates, Simon Cowell, Jay-Z, Rachel Ray, Donald Trump, Jessica Simpson, Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Diddy, okay?
Is the good one Raven Simone?
Raven Simone, you're right. All right, thank
And
you.
that's the record producer guy, isn't it? Right here.
Jay-Z.
Sean Combs, Jay-Z,
That's Richard Branson.
Robert
Oh, the
Kiyosaki.
airline. That's what, okay.
Well, he's up.
Anybody know Robert Kiyosaki?
Oh,
Richard
yeah.
Branson.
I haven't seen him since he looked like that.
Who's the old white lady up top?
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay Ash. Sorry, I'm talking about somebody.
Oh, that's Mary Kay.
Thank you for getting 17 and pick your prize.
Neil. Was that Ray Chick-fil-A?
Thank you
I
guys.
answered some. Wait a minute.
All right, now again, like I said, the class has ended, but we will pick this up again tomorrow, you guys. I'll go over the project, and your only homework is to write your words into your business journal. Thank you.
All right.